Alice, and I'm here today with our OwlCrate Adult October unboxing. So I will be honest with you, I have already opened this box, but only to see what book it was, because I thought for some reason that October was Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, and I was going to do a double unboxing with my Fairy Loot edition of Swordcatcher, but then I was filming, and I popped this bad boy open, and The Monsters Among Us is definitely not Swordcatcher, so I decided to stop filming and start again. So we'll find out together what the book is, but it's definitely not Swordcatcher. That must be the OwlCrate November. So after that's arrived, I'll do like a compare and contrast with our Fairy Loot edition of Swordcatcher, and you can get all the good stuff and seeing of which one is the best. But this book is not that. Also, it's really, really skinny. I don't know what it is, but it's much skinnier than Swordcatcher's meant to be. So I'm going to lift off the spoiler card and we're going to find out together. The Monsters Among Us October Adult Fantasy is Starling House by Alyce Harrow. Okay, so OwlCrate also did this book. So I guess in my head I'd remembered that OwlCrate October overlapped with somebody. But I mean, it's the middle of November and this has only just arrived. So I kind of wondered if maybe it had been shipped late because it was actually a November release in the October box. But now I have no idea why it was so late. I'm just glad that it's finally here. So let's crack this bad boy open. Oh, they've got like the compare and contrast. That's very cute. I can't remember them normally doing this, but they've got the compare and contrast between like their cover and the original cover. Much less birds, but still very, very beautiful. This is such a weird surprise, having expected it to be Swordcatcher, because this isn't Swordcatcher. And I'd completely forgotten about this book, and I was so pumped when I figured out that they were doing this. And I can't get into it. So we're going to have to be brave and use the big knife. And try not to get the edges. Gently does it. There we go, we've got a hole, Hey! Oh, it's got a ribbon bookmark, that's cool. Here we go, we're breaking in. We're breaking free. Always a good time for a High School Musical reference. Ooh, that's an interesting quote on the back. Right, okay. So, this is Starling House by Alyce Harrow, and on the back it says, I dream sometimes about a house I've never seen. That's spooky. Love the birds. Love the sprayed edges. Still a little bit. Every single OwlCrate adult book that I've got. I do like the fact that this is like a normal sized hardcover though. Because all the other ones have been tiny. But this is like another one that's got the pages that look kind of like stepping stones. Is this normal for US editions? Am I just being really like pedantic because we don't get this in the UK? Like all of ours are always very smooth and very sleek. So I don't know if I'm being overly picky, but if you're a US reader and you can let me know if most of your sprayed edges come like this, because basically every OwlCrate adult I've had has had pages that are glued in different sections, so it doesn't look smooth, it looks like unfinished. And I've never seen it before, ever, so it's really strange that it's been every copy so far. But we also have some artwork on the end papers with some gorgeous little hints of foiling. We've got This is the Story of Starling House, printed on the hardcover case. Every sin comes home to roost. Ooh, that's ominous. Loving the purple, by the way. Purple's my favourite colour, so I'm very happy with the colour scheme for this edition. We then have the characters reading books. Characters after my own heart. Looks very spooky. Perfect for an October box. It's just a shame it arrived so late. And then we have... Do we have different end papers at the back? Yes, we do. We've got the characters holding hands and walking, which is sweet. And I don't know if this is signed or not. We will find out. Yes, it is. I'm guessing that's probably a digital signature. Because it looks very, very perfect. But let me just tell you who all of the artists are on this edition, and then I'll read out the blurb for you so we can find out a bit more about what this book is about. So, the cover is designed by Ross Dottier. The digital author signature, I thought so. The page is designed by Divine Literary, Reversible dust jacket illustration is by Spookgeist. The foil hardcover case designs are by Divine Literary. The end pages are by Anta_Arth. And then we've also got bonus content bound into the book and the ribbon bookmark, which I mentioned as well. You can see that at the top here. So this is a very, very beautiful edition. I'm glad that I was subscribed for this one because it's very stunning. Let me just read out the blurb to you and then we can see what this is about. I dream sometimes about a house I've never seen. Opal is a lot of things. Orphan, high school dropout, full-time cynic and part-time cashier, but above all she's determined to find a better life for her younger brother Jasper. One that gets them out of Eden, Kentucky, a town remarkable for only two things, bad luck and E. Starling, the reclusive 19th century author of The Underland who disappeared over 100 years ago. All she left behind were dark rumours and her home. Everyone agrees that it's best to ignore the uncanny mansion and its misanthropic heir, Arthur. Almost everyone. Anyway. I should be scared, but in the dream, I don't hesitate. Opal has been obsessed with the Underland since she was a child. When she gets the chance to step inside Starling House and make some extra cash for her brother's escape fund, she can't resist. But sinister forces are digging deeper into the buried secrets of Starling House, and Arthur's own nightmares have become far too real. As Eden itself seems to be drowning in its own ghosts, Opal realises that she might finally have found a reason to stick around. In my dream, I'm home, and now she'll have to fight. Welcome to Starling House, enter if you dare. I'm getting a lot of the Study in Drowning vibes from this because that was also about like the reclusive author and the spooky mansion, so I can see why OwlCrate chose to feature both of these books. They complement each other very nicely. It also makes sense as to why OwlCrate chose to feature them both because again they complement each other very nicely, and this is a little niche that I wasn't expecting to gain such huge popularity this year, but I'm here for it. I love spooky houses, I love reclusive authors, I love all the kind of mysteries with a little bit of like the undercurrent of fear. Loved Haunting of Hill House, both the TV show and the book, so anything like that always really appeals to me. So I think this might be a new favourite of mine. I haven't actually read any Alyce Harrow yet, but I do own nearly all of her books. Looking forward to finally actually picking one up. I hope that you enjoyed this unboxing. Please let me know what you think of this edition, if you prefer the normal cover, if you prefer this edition. If you've read any Alyce Harrow books, if you have a recommendation of where to start, because the 10,000 Doors of January appeals to me a lot, but it also kind of intimidates me, and I think that's why I haven't picked any up yet, because I normally try and start with an author's first work and then work my way through, but I'm just thoroughly intimidated by Alyce Harrow because she just seems way smarter than I am. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe, we'd be super duper grateful. Thank you again for watching. I'm Alyce, this is the Bumbling Blogger, and we'll see you soon with another video. Bye! I'm glad that it's finally here so I can see what they've done with it. So this is not Swordcatcher.